This that campsite up there ahead of us on the right bank there. That's the only paying site in the park that you have to have a boat for. My problem with that particular site though is they got that rope swing out there. And I played on a rope swing too. And I know how much fun they are. But if I'm renting a spot, that's my swing that weekend. So we had a big old camp out there one time. There was no dead tree hanging out across the river. And I got out there on that thing, about 10 little boys. And this one little boy, it was the first time he'd ever been out here, and he was with his grandmother. She was worried to death about this yard. And we had him out here getting mud between the toes and everything else. So everybody got out there on that old dead tree. And I said, all right, let's all stand up. And we stood up, and I said, on the count of 3, and when everybody went down like that, the blade tree broke, and every one of them went in the water. And that grandma like to have died right there. Where the rope swing is. But all these campsites right here, you walk into them, and you don't know who you're going to walk on. And that's that part now. Now, as far as that paying campground over there, they got in the park. Now, like I say, other than the fact of being right there at the Blooming Interstate, it's a good place. And I tell you what,
I do believe those are mountain laurels.
I've got rid of a lot of them, especially.
Beetle, I do believe this is your place.
It's a pretty part of the world, isn't it?
What was that?
My steering wheel squeaks.
Oh.
Kind of like different parts of my body too.
I thought it was beefy.
So, Beetle, tell me, when was the first time that you explored the Delta?
Oh, I suspect it would have to been at least 20 years ago. Because we was running around with some old folks that got me introduced to motorboating. And just good old redneck river rats. Got to learn where to go and what to do and how to do it. And then, of course, over the years, picked up. Well, you know what this reminds me of? I'll tell you the honest truth. It reminds me of that first pup tent that I got when I was a kid. And I learned to camp in the backyard. And this is just the extension 60-something years later of that to me. And it's kind of funny too. I went fishing with my dad one time. I went hunting with him one time. And we camped one time. And the camp was over with early enough on Saturday night to get back to the house in time to see Gunsmoke. My dad bought me one of them old, I guess it was a Western Auto pup tent. And man, I spent a whole summer in the backyard there in that thing, it seemed like. I almost moved out there. You know? Busted me up enough to have me a good fire last night.
There we go.
This is about all I do.
We'll get some video of the captain.
I run it hard to get somewhere or another, and I've got to do canoe speed with a motorboat.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And it get like you talk about that 4-stroke too. They're so darn much quieter too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Beetle, tell us about why you chose this spot and what you had to do to this spot to
Get him, Dixie.
set up in here off grid to camp.
Well, last spring I camped up the creek about 100 yards, and it was next to that lake where that big old alligator played. So that was a pretty good reason to get away from there. And about 20 years ago, we camped on this place. As a matter of fact, there's an old fella that was a friend of ours at the time. He's passed away since then. He caught a 22-pound catfish in this hole down here. And that catfish wasn't out of the water 15 minutes before we had him in the grease cooking it. One of the best catfish I ever eat. But anyway, when I come back out here this spring, starting to look for me another place to pitch, come up on this thing and seen where it's growing over a bit. So I come on out here with a weed eater, knock this spot out, and cut me a path through them weeds there. I didn't want to get too close to the bank because for one thing, you don't want to destroy the growth on the bank, cause erosion and all that. But the other thing is I was trying to keep a little bit of my privacy, a little bit of my hidey hole about it, you know. So I took the weed eater, and then there's plenty of that white cedar, juniper as we call it, laying around here. And so I come back here a few weeks ago with an axe and a chainsaw and got me a little pile of firewood up. And then, essentially, this is an island out here. And from the best I can tell, we're sitting on the highest part of that island. So that makes it advantageous to say the least, up out of the mush out there. And of course, the tide affects these little marshes out here anyway. And when the tide comes in, a lot of that will fill up with water out there. But of course, as high as this is, you don't have to worry about that either. And it's just a good, convenient location, real easy to get away from the house, and just a lot of solitude and serenity out here. And like I've said, it's you've got the urban background drone, but if you get far enough off in here and get far enough off into yourself, you can zone that out anyway.
Absolutely.
And then the other part I enjoy about being out here is it matters not what day or what time of the season it is. You can see something different every time you come out here. Just like we seen flowers this morning that first time I've ever laid eyes on, you know. So, and it's just always one thing after another like that you get out here and you can slow down. You can slow down and see things that you won't normally see. But it was a couple of trips with a good weed eater and a chainsaw, and shoot, if somebody else wants to come up here and camp on it, ain't a whole lot I can do about it. But I sure got me a good spot out of the deal.
Good deal. Good deal.
It's worked out quite well. I'm very, very happy with it.
Smell that privet?
Yeah. Now the old big gator that last year was laying right off over in there.
Where?
Right over here to the right. When that morning I was standing over there on that other bank there, and I heard him, and he was right off out in here somewhere. Seen him a couple more times since then.